voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Girl, I thought this was the long intro. I was watching with y'all, girl. Happy hump day. How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday. I hope y'all are doing well. Come on in, get the likes up on the video. This is the morning Joce. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all get up in here. I ain't gonna lie, where I live, it's been raining since like 3 this morning. On me, I wanted to lay down. I ain't want to come on here. I did want to come on here, but I ain't gonna lie. With the rain the way it is, girl, I wanted to stay bald head all day and lay down. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, first of all, I was grateful that I don't have to get up and go punch no clock. Thank you, Most High. Thank you, ancestors and universe. However, even being home, you think it's easier. Girl, listen, I was contemplating, like, girl, if I miss today, would they say something? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all know I can't come on here, or I can't be at home coming on here, so you know how it goes. So I'm here. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all get the likes up on the video. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the Morning Joce. We do this Monday through Friday around this time. It don't have no time. We're trying to figure it out. We'll figure it out. But we do it Monday through Friday on this channel around this time. And we just talk about anything, whatever, however it goes. We just josting, you know what I'm saying? And then what else I was about to say? So yeah, subscribe to the channel, you know, like the video and whatnot. Shout out to the replay gang, per usual. You know what I'm saying? And y'all get on here and get on in here, and like the video. Now, first and foremost, let's get the morning announcements out of the way. Genealogy is the most important thing for Black America. We're going to speak about that when we talk about Shaboozey, because Shaboozey came on here and gave a fake backhanded apology. And if my people don't understand who we are, you won't understand how backhanded the apology was. This is why genealogy is the most important thing that you need to be getting into right now, Black America. You don't understand. These people are able to tack themselves onto our identity because we have no clue of who we are. All we are doing is repeating what we were told through school, which was a lie, and through church, which was another lie, and all these other institutions. It is imperative, you guys, that you do your genealogy, Black America. Go and get your own inheritance. It's there. I swear I was up reading again this morning the book, The Return of the Ancient Ones. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm still reading it. And I'm telling you, all it takes is for y'all to go dig into your paperwork, and you will find that there's a whole lot that this country owes you specifically. Not us as a whole, because us as a whole, they owe us. But genealogy, you can go dig in this paperwork and find that there's so much that you can go get reparations now. So please, Black America, do your genealogy, please. Please, if you don't do nothing else, do your genealogy. Also, grounding, meditating, praying, whatever it is to get back to the Most High or the higher power that you serve or believe in, please do it. We are under heavy spiritual warfare, and it is imperative that y'all do that. Girl, I didn't even realize. Hold on, girl, hold on. I ain't even have my mic plugged up. How I was sounding? Did I sound all right? Girl, I ain't even had a mic plugged up. Anyways, we back like we never left. Anyways, but at any rate, y'all, I know y'all heard me, so that's all that matters. So y'all, please, genealogy and also meditating, grounding, and things of that nature, okay? Now, what's next? Let's get into what we're talking about today. Y'all, we got a show. So we spoke yesterday about Shaboozey, who is a Nigerian. He is a Nigerian, Nigerian. I'm not even gonna say Nigerian American because I think that puts too much on it too. Okay, he's a Nigerian who cosplayed his way through Black America, even with the fake wigs. Okay, cosplay his way through Black America and got into country music. I told you guys that because we don't know who we are, they put Black representation, even if it's not us, in front of us. They've been doing this with movies, music, and everything else. The fact of the matter is Shaboozey is not a Black American. He nor his ancestors have gone through anything, have fought for anything, have not built anything. Okay? They have not done anything or built anything on this land. Yet and still, whenever you hear them speak, it's us and we and Black. And this is why I tell you guys to please do your genealogy. Because when you do your genealogy, what you're going to find is Africa is nowhere, but America is. And that completely cuts the cord from all of these tethers trying to tether onto your movement. If you continue to say that you are African, you will continue to have the African flies on your ass. I need y'all to be very, very clear on that. Do your genealogy. But anyway, Shaboozey does this whole backhanded apology with the us and we and all that stuff. And my people still don't get how he's still playing in y'all face. But I'm going to break it down to you. We got that. Also, Nicki Minaj explains her TS jokes, not jokes, but her TS comments about children. And then she also spoke about some other LGBTQ comments about the people and why they mad at her. Then we got Jasmine Crockett coming out saying she don't rock with Nicki no more. I guess to get people to hate Nicki. I don't really care. Then we got Sparkle. Girl, tell me why Sparkle don't responded to her niece. Now, we spoke yesterday about Sparkle's niece coming on here basically saying that Sparkle groomed her. And for y'all who don't know who Sparkle is the girl who was on R. Kelly's not album, but maybe she was on the album, but she was on his label, or at least she was signed to him in some way, right? And she had the song 2 years ago, promises was all I heard. Wait a minute, let me finish. And you know, now that I'm thinking back, Sparkle girl, you could barely sing. Like, you was alright, little sniggly giggly around the house, but girl, I mean, maybe cute for the background and whatnot, you know, blend the little vocals or whatever. But girl, now that I'm thinking about the song and it replayed in my head, girl, you wasn't even that talented. I hope you played an instrument or something, girl. Cause yeah, anyways, yeah, that's Sparkle. So she done came out and spoke out since her niece said that she was the one grooming her. And Sparkle done came out and did just as much backhanded crap as Shaboozey did, okay? So y'all come on in. We got that and a couple other things. Get the likes up on the video. Let's get on into the show, y'all. Yeah, Sparkle low down. Sparkle is dirty low down. I said what I said. And let me say this too. They got a lot of Sparkles, like I said yesterday, in all our families. If you don't know who the Sparkle is in your family, that's because you Sparkle. There you go. If you don't know who the Sparkle is in your family, because you the Sparkle, girl. Now go to the mirror and think about it. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That ain't me. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You go to the mirror and have a ponder about it. That's between you and that person in the mirror. Now let's move on. Yeah, I believe she was jealous of her niece. Because let me tell you why I believe she was jealous of the niece. Because why would Sparkle say something like, oh, you gonna say that I was messing with him, but your mama knew I was messing with him, and then she let you mess with him? Oh, so y'all aunties and nieces be screwing the same niggas and stuff. Oh, that's different. Oh, yeah, I'm not cut from that type of club. My family, we don't do all that. We crazy than the road lizard. We will fight down to the ground. Aunties will fight nieces. Mamas will fight daughters in my family, but we don't fuck behind each other. We don't do all that. That ain't my portion. I don't know what that's about, but when I heard that part, I said, oh, there you go. But anyway, we're going to get into that and a few other things. Y'all get on in here and get the likes up on the video. Let's get a couple of honorable mentions, girl, because, yeah, you never know how bad you got it until you see somebody else, huh? Ain't that what they say? Girl, I'm over here thinking my family crazy till I came on the internet, girl. I'm over here thinking something wrong with my family, and something is definitely wrong with my family. But when I got to the internet, I had a better appreciation for the blood that run through me. said what I said, even with our imperfections and our craziness. We could have been Malones. I mean, I don't know what's going on in y'all family, but whenever it gets bad, just think we could have been Malones. Like I say, I'm just here to report the news and talk to y'all about what's going on in the streets. I don't know what's going on. I'm just telling y'all what they said, okay? So y'all come on in and get the likes up on the video, girl. Oh, let me do this super chat right quick. Are the Braxtons? Hello? Hello? Are the Braxtons? Are the Braxtons? No shade. Beautiful family, beautiful voices, beautiful gowns. But we could be the Braxtons. Well, I could be Tamar. Lord have mercy. Oh. Could you imagine hoping and praying you don't end up being Tamar? I think the safest Braxton is probably Tony. And somehow I don't feel like that's a safe Braxton either. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't, girl, listen. Like I say, count y'all blessings. Y'all family is crazy, but it could be worse. You see what I'm saying? Y'all family got issues, but it can always be worse. My grandma used to say that. Yes, she do. She did. She still said it. You know, count your blessings because it could always be worse. Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. Y'all get the likes up. Let me get a couple of these honorables in here. I got one or two of them I want to see and show y'all right quick. We will be going live tonight at the Dollhouse. We will be going live tonight at the Dollhouse to talk about Blueface responding to what's that girl name? That boy named NLE Chopper. We will be going live at the Dollhouse tonight. Let's start with the Grammys. And we're gonna double back to them, but I just want to talk to one person right quick. I'm so tired of this nigga here. Here go Wayne crying again. He wasn't at the Grammys. He didn't get no Grammy. First of all, we don't even know this Wayne. Why would we give this Wayne a Grammy? We don't even know y'all. We don't even know who you is, nigga. Why would we give this Wayne a Grammy when this Wayne don't even know the songs that the Grammy is supposed to be for? I need somebody out there to make it make a little bit of sense for me. Now, if Wayne were to get a Grammy, it would be songs that he don't even know the words to. Why would we give you a Grammy, bro? I'm so tired of this nigga. I wish somebody get this nigga a skateboard and let that nigga skate off into the clouds, bitch, at this part. I am tired of Wayne. We never hear you until you start the crying, bro. Stop with all of that. Nah, you ain't did nothing Grammy worthy in 20 years. Them people don't owe you nothing, Wayne. Shit, we ain't seen you since the mixtapes. Quiet as it's kept. We don't know what Wayne this is. As a matter of fact, every time we see a Wayne, we trying to see if that's the one we saw the last time. Wayne, please. Nigga don't have time for all of this. Niggas do not have to. Let's get into Wayne, girl. So here go Wayne. Congrats to the nominees and winner. Wasn't including as usual. I gotta work harder as usual. One time for my slime, Bill Belly, or whatever the hell. Work harder on what, Wayne? What do you want to work harder on, Dwayne? Dwayne, I have a real question. What is it that you need to work harder on? Because it can't be the music. Nigga, we done heard it. We done heard it and we done seen it. We don't want to see no more. Don't stop. We don't want to see it. You're on stage. How is the cost of living looking like Kiss behind you, but ain't nobody behind you but a bunch of clears who need a gig to get them some dope or some heroin or something. And you're on stage with rock star belts and skateboards screaming and hollering at the goddamn ceiling. We don't want to hear that ugly ass shit, and neither do the Grammys. Please, Dwayne, please, not now. It's a lot going on in the world. We don't care if you get a Grammy ever, to be completely honest. We don't even know you, nigga. Please, get them off of here. You know, when I saw it, it just grinded the inside of me. Because I'm sitting up here saying, what? Has Wayne ever been nominated for a Grammy in life? I'm trying to see something. Hold on, girl. Hold on. Has Wayne, how you say his name? Hold on. Girl, I feel like them old people. Has Lil Wayne ever been nominated for a Grammy? I hope they got me. Yes, Lil Wayne has been nominated for numerous Grammys with 5 wins out of 28 total nominations throughout his career. His first nomination was in 2005 for Soldier. That was really because, you know, the song was popping, girl. Go ahead on. Y'all know I was there. Y'all know I was there when that song popped out. I like them boys up top from the BK. Know how to flip that money 3 ways. Oh, yeah, girl. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think Wayne had the coldest part on there. I think the coldest part on there was Tip. Tip, I ain't gonna lie. Tip 8 on that one. Tip 8 on the Soldier song. So I don't know if Wayne really deserved that when he was there. Maybe for, you know, a collaborative effort, but whatever. So he got 1 for Soldier. What else they say he got? Oh, then he won his first award in 2009 for the Carter 3 and Lollipop. Okay, you deserve that one. You deserve that one. He won in 2009, 2 for the Carter 3 and Lollipop. He continues to receive nominations for collaboration, including a 2026 for Sticky. Yeah, go lay down, bro. Go lay down. Go ahead. Go ahead on. Go. You wasn't even the coldest one on that song. You wasn't even the coldest one. It was Tip. Well, you got it. I'm the hottest around there. No, when they see him rolling and pilots around. I got a soldier with the top down, killing the sound by making the thigh riding harder than God to shoot it with Kelly and give it Michelle and holla at B. Gotta be the. Oh, man, go ahead on, Wayne. We don't even know what you were saying. We don't even remember what Wayne was saying. Wayne was on there just talking. Cash money is an army. I put more clothes on me. Nigga, what? This ain't got nothing to do with the song. Only thing I do like what he said was body marked up like the subway in Harlem. Call him Weezy F baby. Please say the baby. I ain't gonna lie. But still, you don't deserve no Grammy, nigga. Say what I said. You got it for the Carter 3 and you got it for the mixtapes. Let's move on. We don't want to hear all of that. We don't want to hear all of that. You haven't made nothing Grammy worthy and you don't remember the words. So please, say what I said. For all we know, send back the old Wayne. We'll put him up for a Grammy. There you go. Put the old Wayne up here and then we'll give him the Grammy. We don't know you. We're not giving you nothing, nigga. Please. Let's move on, y'all. Get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. It is Wednesday, hump day. I hope if you would like to, you're humping. I mean, only if you want to. You know, if you don't want to, then, you know, I hope you get whatever it is, you know, you desire. I don't know. I'm just trying to, you know, pass some time. Oh, girl, we got to talk about Jamal Bryant. Hold on. I forgot to add him to the list. But before we get into that, y'all remember we was talking about drinking baby blood and all of that? You want to see how it make you look when you drink baby blood? Let's get some baby blood on here. Look at Madonna. That whole 125 years old. Dead as a corpse. But somehow she's still voguing around the world. That bitch probably got foreskin on her forehead and baby blood in her cheeks. Look at her. Yeah, that bitch been voguing for about 100 years. Sure have. You want to know why the Clears is running around here looking like that? Why they running around here telling y'all to get these abortions so they can look like her? Reptilians is what I call them. Goddamn reptilians. That bitch might not be real. Because I remember when they popped her off. I wasn't old enough, but I could tell you what happened. They popped that hoe off when Janet Jackson and all the black people was running it up. You get it? They had to put a great white hope in there. Then they went and got this bitch prancing around. She been prancing since the 70s or the 80s. She been prancing just like this. That hoe been prancing since the 70s and 80s. And I believe she get them young black niggas so she could suck the peen and keep the youth going. I don't think the bitch real. I don't think she real. And y'all know I'm a conspiracy theorist. Y'all know I go for. I'm going for. I don't think the bitch is real. I don't think she real. I think she one of them reptilians down here with the skin mask on and that hoe be around there eating babies and drinking blood. That's what I believe. Say what I said. said what I said. Get her off of here. It's scary. It's not even Halloween time. Get her off of here. She looked so good and so bad. And she didn't really look good. She looked good to say she 100 years old. You see what I'm saying? Because the bitch is at least 100. At least 100. You get it? So, you know, for her to be up there with all of that, you know, I just felt like, go lay down, Madonna, please. We don't have time. It's one more thing I want to show y'all. Let's get it. This is honor. Let's make it my honorable mention. Now, y'all remember we talked about Don Lemon them going to jail for running into the church and messing up them people church service. Well, I told you guys, Pastor Jamal Bryant is not a pastor. He's a politician posing as a pastor. I've been telling y'all that since the beginning, okay? I also tell y'all that I believe that Pastor Jamal Bryant, and I use the pastor term, I'm going to just call him Jamal, Pastor Holy Whore, I believe is in that congregation siphoning energy, money, and resources from Black Americans to give to the clears and the immigrants. That's what he is. An undercover Judas is what I believe him to be, okay? Now, in his defense, in Pastor Holy Whore's defense, there was a guy who came into his church, and we're going to pull it up, a clear man who came into his church, and although he didn't make it into the actual church, he was in the foyer area. He did come into the church, and he started screaming and hollering at everybody in there going to hell. Hold on. Let me pull him up. He said, everybody going to hell. How you, let me see. We're going to pull him up. We're going to get the clear man on here. Here you go. This happened in Pastor Jamal Bryant Church. I'm going to let y'all hear it. This is the man, a clear man. So right after Pastor Jamal Bryant had his wife out in front of the world like a whore, this clear man, and first of all, a bunch of other pastors were talking about it. Well, this clear man, he went into the church. Now, he was inside the building. I'm not taking that from him. He didn't go into the actual church part, but he was in like the foyer area where the people walk in before you get into the actual building. And this is what he had to say, y'all. Get the likes up on the video.
The Lord Jesus Christ is going to destroy this church. He's going to destroy this church. And if you're in it when he does, he'll destroy you with it. It's time to repent of your wicked ways. Race baiting, stirring hatred among the children of God, people that would come to Christ and won't because you make his name a laughing stock of, you blaspheme the name of Jesus Christ with your harlotry, with your whorishness, your wickedness, your filthiness. Your prayers don't even reach the ceiling. You pray to demons. It's time to get right with God. The God of the Bible is going to destroy you unless you repent. The Lord Jesus Christ is going to destroy.
All right, so y'all saw that clear man. The clear man, as you can see, is in the church. He in the church, and he walking back and forth, pacing, damning everybody in there into hell. Yes, he is. He's telling everybody into that building under Pastor Jamal Holy Whore, y'all going to hell because your pastor going straight first, right? Now, as he's doing this, he's not impeding anyone from service. I will give him that, but yet and still, he is trespassing. He is trespassing. So, fast forward, let's take a look at Don Lemon because I need y'all to understand what's going on. So then Don Lemon said he was a journalist and he wasn't a part of this crew. However, this is another crew going into a church in Minneapolis, and this is what happened when they did it.
This is the beginning of what's going to happen here. When you violate people's due process, when you pull people off the street and you start dragging them and hurting them and not abiding by the Constitution, when you start doing all of that, people get upset and angry. And if you remember what the Civil Rights Movement was about, the Civil Rights Movement was about these very kinds of protests. There's nothing in the Constitution that tells you what time you can protest. You can protest at any time. That's the whole point of it, is to disrupt, it's to make uncomfortable. And that's what they're doing. And that's what I believe when I say everyone has to be willing to sacrifice something. You have to make people uncomfortable in these times. If you see how uncomfortable people uncomfortably This is the beginning of what's going to happen here.
So now you see what happened with Don Lemon, or at least the crew that Don Lemon was reporting about, right? Now, I'm going to be 100% honest. That white man had no business going in that church. And if Pastor Jamal Bryant want to press charges on that man and do whatever he do to that man, he would be well within his rights because he wasn't invited in. Even though church is a public place, when you interrupt services or when you're asked to leave, then you immediately become into violation. Did the man interrupt services? Yeah, because he was causing a commotion. I'm talking about the clear man. Let me get him back on here. Did the clear man cause commotion and disrupt services? I would say yes, because even though he didn't go inside of the church, he still created a distraction in the foyer. He could have prohibited people from going in at the same time. So if I'm being 100% honest, taking my bias off the table, then if Pastor Jamal Bryant want to sue this man and have him arrested, he'd be well within his rights, because what's good for the goose is or should be good for the gander. I'm just being honest. So I'm not even mad at Jamal for saying, you know what? I want to sue this man for coming to interrupt my service. I think the problem comes with me with Jamal is because he wasn't upset about the man disrupting his service when it happened. He's only upset about it now because it's a left versus right situation. You see, the left wants to make it seem like the right is so horrible, and then the right wants to make it seem like the left is so dumb. When the fact of the matter is, I tell y'all every day I come on here, both of them motherfuckers is dumb and stupid. But I digress, okay? Now, because they have this back and forth tennis match, tit for tat, they got the people, you guys, us at the bottom, fighting each other and not realizing that the people at the top controlling this whole thing, okay? So, because the right have been throwing zingers and stuff at the left, and the left been throwing zingers and stuff at the right, and then Don Lemon got arrested for going into the church in Minnesota, here comes Pastor Jamal, holy whore, saying that, hey, he wants to press charges on the clear man who came into his church. Now, let me insert my bias. This is where my bias comes in. Did the man come into your church? Yes. Was he trespassing once he was asked to leave? Yes. But I don't think that the man had an impact on your church the way that these other people had an impact in Minnesota. However, that's just my bias. So my bias would say, even though you're well within your rights to get him arrested, don't try to make it seem like what that clear man did was equal to what Don Lemon and them did in Minnesota, if that makes sense. See, it's a false equivalency. Even though the clear man walked into that church, created a distraction and a disruption, he did not physically put himself in the place, or at least put himself in a position to impede people from worshiping their God. He did not go in there, snatch the mic, get in front of people, chant names and stuff and say, you can't pray. I'm not saying that they said that. He did do it to a level, but he didn't do it to the level that Don Lemon and them did. My bias is this. Although it is the same, and if, like I said, Jamal want to get that man arrested, he should. I don't like him making that. Like his situation at his church with the white man is the same situation in Minnesota, because it is not. That's just my opinion. But let's get into Jamal Bryant saying that he wants to sue the clear man for messing up his church or coming into his church. He says, enough with the selective outrage. If it is wrong to disrupt a white church, then have the same energy for protecting black ones. Go to the Jamal Bryant podcast on YouTube, where I'm hopeful the Attorney General will keep that same energy. Since you claim there's no such thing as a black church, protect all the churches. Now, let me say this to black people. He's bringing up this race thing because if you stay in your heart and you don't think, then you're going to fall right for the trap. Jamal don't give a damn about the niggas or the black church. Jamal is playing a political game and using your emotions and your energy to do it. I need you guys to understand that. If Jamal truly felt played about that white man coming in his church, he would have said something off the cuff. He wouldn't have waited till Don Lemon went to jail. He's using this to get at the other side, but he's going to use your energy like he does all the time, your energy and your resources to do it. He is not a good person. Let's get into Jamal Bryant explaining why the clear man should be arrested. Y'all like the video?
White evangelical nationalist pastor had the audacity, he and his wife, to get out of his car, as you just saw, and for propaganda and disturbance, filmed themselves coming into our church using hate speech, condemning us with wrath, judgment, and correction completely out of order. And since you are against places of worship being disturbed, and this gentleman attempted to do it at a black church, I want to know, when is the arrest warrant? I don't know his name, but that picture should be clear enough for you to be able to track it down with the full spans of the FBI. Why didn't we have...
Who said that in the chat? Because you are a genius. 2 people is not a mob. According to Jamal Bryant, the man came in with his wife. It probably was his wife who was videotaping when he was pacing back and forth saying everybody going to hell. That is nowhere near the same as tens of people rushing into a church, impeding people from praying. That's not the same. But if you let Jamal put his stank on it and put 20 on 10, he will make you believe at the end of this argument, he'll make you believe that the exact same thing happened. Look, and he's going to use race and your emotions to do it.
Have this same kind of calculated rage, outrage, and disturbance. This white evangelical nationalist pastor had the audacity, he and his wife, to get out of his car, as you just saw, and for propaganda and disturbance, filmed themselves coming into our church using hate speech, condemning us with wrath, judgment, and correction completely out of order. And since you are against places of worship being disturbed, and this gentleman attempted to do it at a black church, I want to know, when is the arrest warrant? I don't know his name, but that picture should be clear enough for you to be able to track it down with the full spans of the FBI. Why didn't we have this?
So now he want the FBI to come in and get the clear man. I don't give a damn what they do to the clear man. What I'm telling you, Black America, is don't be fooled by Jamal Bryant using this and your emotions to go fight this war with the left versus the right. I don't know how often I need to say this to Black America, but if you still heavily engulfed in the political world and not heavily involved in yourself, something is seriously wrong with you. You're already lost. You're already lost sheep. If all you do is worry about this politics, I told y'all they're getting rid of love and hip hop because it's in politics now. You don't need love and hip hop and basketball wives. We could just watch the left fight the right, or watch the right fight each other, or the left fight each other. All of the drama is there. If y'all are still in 2026, instead of taking that energy and putting toward whatever your purpose is on this earth, or putting it toward whatever creativity or whatever, anything that you have, if y'all not doing that and y'all still battling back and forth with these people, this is how you get caught up in the mix. Jamal Bryant knows exactly what he's doing. He did not care about that white man coming in his church at all. At all. I'm pretty positive he didn't care about the man being white evangelist, whatever what he call it, evangelist, whatever, evangelical, whatever the hell the word is. He don't give a damn, because I'm pretty sure when all of the doggone cameras cut off, I'm pretty positive he hanging out with all of the other ones. What's that other clear man who got the church in Houston who shut it down for the hurricane? Joel Osteen. I'm pretty sure he done been out there with them. He hangs with these people. All of them do this. Do not let Jamal Bryant fool you. Now, like I said, if he want the man arrested, I don't give a damn. Arrest him for life. Send him to prison for all I care. I don't give a damn about that clear man. The fact of the matter is he's using y'all. Don't be used, because politics and religion are not separate. They are one and the same. Okay? They are not separate. They are one in the same. Okay? Now I want to move on, y'all. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Let's get into let's start with Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj, y'all, she's been getting hot water because she went over to the right. And again, I don't blame the people for feeling some type of way about Nicki, because Nicki did do that bad. Like I said, Nicki made the fans believe one thing, and as soon as shit got hot, she jumped ship. So I don't blame her fans for feeling the way about her. At least the ones who are intelligent enough to know I don't like her because she played us. Not the ones who just on the bandwagon. Y'all idiots. At any rate, Nicki Minaj went to the right side, been over there chilling and hanging out with Melania Trump and all of this, that, and the third. And when she was over there, she had said that she think little boys should be little boys, and she think that little girls should be little girls when asked about kids transitioning. I tell y'all, I agree with Nicki 1,000,000,000%. Children should not be worried about transitioning, period. And any adult fixated on a child transitioning has a problem, okay? So anyways, Nicki had her run over there on the right side, had everybody over here windmilling on the left side, and then they could misconstrue her words. Now, it's caused Don Lemon. She done had beef with Don Lemon, the governor of California. All of the celebrities are now turning on Nicki. And let me tell you why. The reason why all of the celebrities are turning on Nicki is the same reason why all of them was over there hollering, body, yada, 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 when Kamala was running for president. They are all in the same game. And Nicki, you were supposed to play the game like you was on our side. And the moment you stepped out of pocket and went to the other side, now we got to thrash your ass. You see what I'm saying? So now all of these celebrities are going to stand in solidarity and they're all going to say, we don't like Nicki anymore. Yeah, we used to like Nicki, but we don't like Nicki anymore. That's just how it goes. It's kind of that mean girl stuff. You know what I mean? It's how it goes. And don't get me wrong, if Nicki piss off the people on the right, it's going to be the same thing over there. You see what I'm saying? That's how I go. At any rate, Nicki made those comments. The left blew it up like, oh my God, she's transphobic. Oh my God, she's horrible. And then now the trans and them hate her. And a lot of the LGBTQ hate her. I think it's split for the rest of the community. I think the G's, the B's, and the Q's, I think they might be split. I think the ones who are really driving this hate train, I kept telling y'all, is the T's. They the ones running this whole shit. I don't think the rest of the community is as bad off with her unless they left wing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But at any rate, I ain't in there, so don't get me the line. Anyways, she said what she said, and I guess she wanted to provide a little clarification on what she said. I guess to kind of let people know she wasn't being transphobic. But I don't think it matters because the people have already gotten together and said that they was going to hate her. And again, I don't care about Nicki. She is a tether, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about right and wrong. And the fact of the matter is people hating Nicki simply because she went to the right. I think it's ignorant. You know, I was watching this video before we get into Nicki talking. And you know what this man said on this video? He said, most people today aren't thinking. Most people don't have the capacity to think. He said, and when you talk to people, most people are just regurgitating things that they've heard. They don't know why they believe what they believe. They just regurgitate it. He said, the way you'll know if you're thinking, if you're coming up with your own thoughts is if you come to a conclusion. Let's say you believe trees can talk. And I'm just using that as an example. Let's say you believe trees can talk. Say you believe it wholeheartedly. If you can't debate yourself in your mind using other or opposing points to prove your point, then that means you're just regurgitating. You're not making an informed decision on your own. Why is this important? I notice on the internet that it's very prevalent. Most people aren't thinking. They just repeating everything that they heard. And I'm noticing with the Nicki Minaj bit, most of the people who don't like her no more are the people who are regurgitating, not just celebrities. I'm talking about your regular, degular, schmegular, everyday people. They don't really truly know why they don't like Nicki. They just don't like her because the algorithm and the repetition of the algorithm told them to. Okay, now let's get into Nicki talking about her explanation on the trans community.
I'm glad you asked that because I want to make it clear. I personally don't have an issue with the trans part of the LGBT at all. I am the biggest advocate for adults being able to do whatever the heck they want to do. They're adults. I don't care. I only mentioned something because when it comes to children, I wouldn't even allow my 17-year-old daughter to get breast implants.
Right.
Neither, and most 99% of the parents would not let their 17-year-old child get breast implants. So if you wouldn't let a child get breast implants, you're not going to want them to have any kind of surgery because we all know the brain is not developed. And we've heard about 19 times more likely to commit suicide. What more do you need to know? That a child is 19 times more likely to commit suicide if they have a surgery before they're an adult? So I just wanted to make that clear because, of course, I don't judge, adults with, they can do whatever they want. With New Scum, and I'm glad you asked that because I want to make it clear. I personally,
I think that was a very clear and concise response. I think that is fair. I think that that's fair, y'all. I don't think, and you know what's crazy? Even if she said it like that the first time, they still would have blew it up the same way they blew it up. Take Nicki off the table. I'm not on that Nicki stuff. I'm on what are we looking at here? We got a group of people who's bullying other people because they don't want to say exactly how they want them to talk or say exactly what they want them to say. That's not cool. That's not cool. Everybody ain't for putting surgeries and stuff on their kids. Then on top of that, we have yet to know what mental health issues are going to arise from all of these surgeries and all of these medications that everybody is sitting up here parading around. We have no clue how this is going to affect humanity. We don't know how this is going to affect the souls of people. While we sitting up here hollering, yeah, it's your child. If your child want to transition, just popping with the pills or just popping with even with the therapy. You don't know how that is going to affect these children. All we know is we got some grown as adults, some of them confused, some of them socially gay and trans, said what I said. Some of them confused. Some of them are socially gay and trans. And they on here trying to project that onto everybody. I'm with Nicki. Children should not be subjected to none of that. I wouldn't want my 16, 17-year-old daughter to get breast implants or BBL. So why would I want her to transition? Y'all, and this is the worst part, because the internet and media has been very, very clever in making sure they push that narrative. Hearing this out loud sounds crazy to most people. Like, oh my God, I can't believe. No, yeah. Because I'm tired of this shit. Y'all niggas been gunning around here playing like everything is cool. It starts off as little bitty onesie twosies till we look up and a whole generation of us can't even reproduce. Hell no. All of that trying to put that stuff on kids. No, bruh. No. When you turn 18 and you get out this house, whatever you do, that's between you and your God. That don't have nothing to do with me. But long as you under this roof, hell no. Because guess what? You might turn 18 and realize, oh snap, I shouldn't have got it, or I'm glad I didn't get it. You never know. But anyway, I don't think Nicki is wrong. But let me show you how the propaganda media does. Now, they know black people like Jasmine Crockett, right? Why? Not because she's smart, not because she helps up for Black America, not because she even cares about Black America. As a matter of fact, the only time you hear her mention Black America is if she's referencing something ghetto or if she's talking about protecting the immigrants. She never say nothing in cahoots or in favor of Black America. She has never once done it. The only thing she has done is represent us like we a bunch of ghetto hoes in politics. That's it. She don't say nothing in our defense. She don't help up for nothing. All she do is holler about immigration. But because black people love her, because she could roll her neck, because she could do that. Because black women love her because she done told them white folks off. Because of that, now she has an authority or a voice in the community. And I don't know how. Y'all don't even know where this whole come from. Have we ever found out where Jasmine Crockett comes from? This is a genuine question. Have we ever found the genealogy on Jasmine Crockett and who the hell she is? See, y'all just be letting them people put anybody in front of y'all and y'all just go with the mood. Do you even know who she is? Y'all even know her people? Do y'all know who her people is? Do y'all know where she come from? What line she come from? Is she Black American? Is she Jamaican? Do y'all know anything about the bitch except that she wear bad wigs and roll her neck? Nothing. Everybody goes with the move. This is why they say 2/3 ain't gonna make it. You don't even know who you following. You don't even know who she is. And even when you go to research who she is, it's very murky, the details. Very murky. Why? If she was just a Black American woman who got it like everybody else, why would they have to make her background so murky? People, have anybody ever thought about that? If she was just a regular Black woman in America, I don't care if she was an immigrant. If she was just a regular Black woman in America, why would the powers that be have to make her background so murky? I told y'all. Y'all keep sitting up here listening. Nobody's asking why. Let's get into her being used as the puppet for all of the Black women who love her down. Now she gonna get her sheep and tell her sheep, oh, we don't do Nicki no more. So everybody who loved Jasmine down to the ground are gonna now hate Nicki. And again, it's not about Nicki. To hell with Nicki. I hope they deport the bitch. I don't care about her. It's about evil versus good. Right versus wrong. That's what this is about. It's about reshaping what you think you know to be right, because what you know is right is wrong, and what you know is wrong is right. You get it? I hope that made sense. Let's get into Jasmine Crockett.
We don't mess with Nicki.
You don't mess with Nicki?
No, we don't mess with Nicki.
Did you used to mess with her?
Oh, of course. I mean, you had to, but I will be clear. I have always loved Cardi more.
Okay.
And clearly my instincts were right to love on Cardi more than Nicki.
Totally. So you kind of flipped on her. What was the moment you decided that I just can't anymore?
I just don't do sellouts, especially in this moment, right? Like, things are too serious. There are too many people that are being harmed. And especially with her being an immigrant, then deciding to go and cozy up to this administration that is specifically putting targets on the backs of immigrants and anyone who stands with them. Even if they're U.S. citizens, they can catch a bullet. That is wrong. And I don't even understand how you can play with it and pretend like it's anything but wrong.
Why do you think she's doing it then?
Y'all notice she spoke on the immigrants again. Why y'all don't never corner this hoe and make her speak on Black America? Y'all ain't never made this hoe speak on us. Y'all ain't never made this hoe speak on us. Whenever she speak on us, she tacking us on to somebody else shit. Now, this went from you having a beef with Nicki to I've always liked Cardi to, oh, because the immigrants. Are y'all not catching this? First of all, who asked you about Cardi? Nobody asked you about Cardi. So now I know you being petty. But then on top of that, to leave that on the side and say, oh yeah, well, and because the immigrants, and this is very serious about, all she do is talk about the goddamn immigrants. Black women, y'all so smart, y'all stupid. To the Black women who follow Jasmine Crockett, you so smart, you fucking stupid. Immigrants. That bitch won't even part her lips or her dick suckers to say nothing about you, Black woman. Won't do it. Won't even mention you, bitch. If she mention you, it's to tether you on to somebody else shit. But here it is. That's your girl. That's your girl. Y'all so educated, y'all stupid. Y'all so educated, y'all stupid. Dumb as a box of rocks. Dumb as a box of freaking rocks. I don't like talking to educated people. I swear to God, they stupid. And not all educated people, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about these ones that's heavily indoctrinated in this system of education. Y'all the dumbest people walking the face of this earth. Y'all, all y'all do is regurgitate shit them people done taught you in them institutions. You don't make your own thoughts. You don't have your own mind. All you do is go with the move. This hoe won't even bring up Black Americans or even Black women, period. Every time she open her mouth, immigrant. And here come Black women. I love me some Jasmine. You hoes so smart, you're stupid. Said what I said. Girl, let me let her finish, girl.
Listen, I don't know if it's because she looking for some papers for some people. or if she's looking for them other papers, because I hear that she got family members that's got a few little issues, right? And so maybe she needs them other papers, because we don't mess with Nicki.
You don't mess with Nicki?
No, we don't mess with Nicki.
Did you?
This lady has been sent to fool the masses, and it has worked. I would have thought that my people would have kind of woke up the more the time went by, the more she speak and rave and rant about these immigrants. But it's almost like they get caught up under that witchcraft and they can't get from under that. So here it is, Jasmine, Crockett, and her sheep. They gonna all say they don't like Nicki. And again, I don't care about Nicki. To hell with Nicki. It's the principle of the thing. The principle is children, in my opinion, should not be bombarded with transition and shit. Turn that shit up when you're an adult. As a child, we not doing all of that. Just like you protect your children from any other situations like that, you should protect your child from that one if that's what you believe. But for people to sit up here and feel like if you don't feel how I feel, then we need to shame you and we hate you, it's down bad. And stop following these people who don't give a damn about you. This lady, whoever she may truly be, because I don't even trust Google. But whoever this lady may truly be is not the friend of Black America. Okay? Let's move on. She is not the friend of Black America, especially, I think she's one of our biggest enemies. If not the one of our biggest enemies. One of. I don't trust no bitch if I don't know nothing about her. Let's move on. Now, let's move on to the Sparkle and R. Kelly thing. Girl, do we have to go over a little bit of what happened yesterday with Sparkle and her niece? Hold on. Before we do that, y'all, get the likes up on the video. Let me read a couple of super chats first. Hold on. Like the video, girl. Like the video. T. Roberts, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, boo, been in the hospital for pneumonia. Got you hooked up to the Roku stick now. The nurses know you. Loma Linda Hospital. Hey, Loma Linda Hospital. How y'all doing? All right. What's going on? Y'all have a good time. I heard y'all be around there sleeping with each other. That ain't my business, though. Take care, my girl. I'm sorry you got pneumonia. Oh, man. Get better soon. Get better soon, and y'all take care of my girl around there in that hospital. Oh yeah, they say they need a reality TV show for the hospital. They say everybody be sleeping with everybody, child. But you know what? Didn't they tell us that on ER? Put a 3 in the chat. On ER, everybody was fucking everybody, bitch. Everybody. On ER, they'll save a nigga life and then go fuck. We should have knew. They put it on the TV. It was on. I used to love ER. Do you hear me? Man, and I never noticed between every scene they fucking. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Turns out that it's real at the hospital, y'all little sluts in that hospital. I can't believe y'all. But save lives, though. Save lives. I ain't mad at y'all. Y'all got to release that stress. Do what you got to do, fat. Tisha, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, the man with no shoes cried till he met the man with no feet. Facts. That goes to show you think you got it bad till you go somebody else. And you see, they got it worse. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Tisha. Nicole Smith, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, Acorn, stand up to claim your rightful place on the throne. Show your brains, beauty, and integrity. Our innovations could be replaced. Facts. We are on our land. We on our providence, man. We just got to realize it. Once we do that, and then we start raising with this creativity and start getting back to being the progenitors of this earth, man, it ain't gonna be nothing for nobody to say. Do you hear me? And it's coming soon. Very, very soon. You got to know it. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you again for the super chat. Says, our innovation, beauty, and ingenuity, could never be replaced by these hostile groups. Stand on business to claim our rightful place on the throne. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Nicole Smith. Thank you. Let me get to saying your name right, honey. Penelope, okay, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, murky details, just like Kamala Harris, you're cooking, boo. Exactly. They all, and that's why I say, whenever it is, it's hard to find the details on these people. That is very telling. That is extremely telling, because why? Why is it so hard for us to know what's going on? We can find out all Trump. You can go on Google and get Trump genealogies back to 1,000 years. You can go on Google and get a lot of the hell, the Bushes. You can go get their genealogy back 1,000 years. But some of these politicians and celebrities, for some odd reason, it get a little murky. But this ain't the first time. You know another tether that was murky and had murky background? What's his name? Stokely Carmichael. Stokely Carmichael. Y'all want to see him so y'all can know who he is? Hold on. This another tether with a murky background, and everybody just went with the move. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yes, ma'am. We gonna roll him out. We gonna roll him out. Him, here you go. Oh yes, ma'am. And let me make y'all laugh. Let me make y'all laugh. He was from New York, not the South, but for some odd reason, when he was in Mississippi, he had a Southern accent. Pause. If you're not from the South, why would you adopt a Southern accent when you come to the South? This is a genuine question. I'm just asking. If you're not, I'm not from New York, right? But if I move to New York and help out with a situation out there, there's no need for me to pick up them people mannerisms or their language. Granted, I probably is going to pick it up, or I probably will pick it up being around them, but there's no need for me to completely change who I am in order to go help some people in New York. When he went to Mississippi, he went from a Jewish private school in New York to Mississippi in overalls, helping to fight with a Southern accent. When I went to go look up this nigga's genealogy, and I didn't go heavy deep, I just went to go look, where did he come from? Who is he? It gets very murky around that New York area. They will mention that he is Trinidadian. They will mention that. However, they never give you the details. And he keeps changing his name. Red flag. This Stokely Carmichael right here. Hold on.
America cannot tell the truth about herself. If the history of this country were written, you would have to say that this country is a nation of thieves. It began by stealing this country from the red man. If I said to you that Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492, you would say that's correct. But now here comes this funky from Spain. There are already non-white people here, and they're not existent until he comes and discovers them.
Yeah. Again, I'm not saying everything he did was right or wrong. What I'm telling you is he is another tether from history with a murky background. Now, if somebody smarter than me could come on here and do his genealogy and tell me exactly who he is, I would surely appreciate it. But at the end of the day, we got a lot of tethers that came down with these fake ass accents and these fake ass names under these fake ass movements, and they all played on us because we didn't know. It was Shirley Chisholm, wasn't that her who was on there with the clears, with the LG, not the LGBTQ, with the feminist women? We wasn't on that. It was a tether. People speaking for us because we don't know who we are. Child, let's move on. Let's get on. Hold on. What else I was going to? I was going to something else. Hold on, y'all. I was going to something else before I got on Sparkle's niece. We gonna get Shaboozey in a minute. Hold on, right quick. I'm just trying to see. I thought I had shared something that I wanted to talk to y'all about. Is it this? Hold on. Okay, yeah, here it goes. Since we are in what y'all call Black History Month, I don't give a damn about Black History Month. I didn't even like it as a kid because I got tired of the same old song and dance every goddamn February. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, since we on Black History Month, it is imperative that we understand that Black History Month does not mean everybody melanated. I'm going to say that again. Since we are in quote unquote Black History Month, I need you guys to understand that Black History Month does not include everybody. No, it does not. No, it does not. Black History Month in America is simply and solely for the Black American people who were here prior to the colonizer and or with the colonizer, not the immigrants, not the Jamaicans, not the Haitians, not the Spanish, not the Africans. This has zero to do with anybody outside of Black America. But when you hear immigrants speak on Black America, they always talk, especially Black history, us, We, ours. That's not the right thing. These people are not us. We are not them. Black history does not have anything to do with any immigrants at all. It is solely the history of Black Americans in this country on this land, okay? This beautiful lady was expressing it better than I could, y'all. Get the likes up.
Hey, y'all. Happy Black American History Month. And I decided to focus in on the word American because I noticed during Black History Month, a lot of companies and brands tend to highlight and give brand deals to first and second generation immigrants with the same skin tone. And I think that those brand deals and sponsorships should go to Black American people because we are descendants of the people that fought the civil rights movement. And if you know anything about the civil rights movement, it paved the way for everyone because Black Americans didn't just fight racism. We also fought the U.S. government to change policy, law, and culture. You're welcome, bitches.
You know, when I was reading in the book, The Return of the Ancient Ones, there's a passage in that book where the author speaks about the colonizers coming here and how we had all this gold and all that stuff. And she's referencing Ivan Van Sertima's book and all this other stuff. But in the book, even Ivan Van Sertima's book said this, but in the book, the one thing that they were able to use against us was our God-like spirit, meaning the want and the ability to help others, right? That's who we are. No other group on earth is like that. Black America, I need you to listen to me. We are the only group of people on the earth who carry that spirit collectively. No other group. Okay? Especially, I ain't gonna say just Black America. Let me back that up. The Western Blacks. I'll say the indigenous Blacks in the Western world. North America, South America, the Caribbeans. Let me back that up. I gotta be honest. It's all of us in this Western world. However, Black Americans have a specific different connection, if it makes sense, to the Most High, right? And because of that, our history is completely separate from that of the rest of the world. Okay, the things that we have done and contributed to this society and the world as a whole cannot be measured against any other group. But because we don't know that there's a distinct difference between us and them, and I'm not talking about just delineation, because under the delineation movement, we still believe that we have remnants of Africa in us, and that is a problem because that is not the truth. What you don't understand is because you don't truly know who you are and can't truly separate yourself from them. This is why they continue to tack them onto all of our movements, because too much of us or too many of us have zero idea of who we are. For those saying there's more gold in Africa, argue with your mom. That's not the truth. It's just not true. There's so much research that has already shown that the gold came from here. Africans don't even wear gold. There's only one group of people on the face of this earth that wears gold. Africans don't even wear gold. Come on now. Y'all don't even wear jewelry. Y'all don't even wear jewelry. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You niggas don't even wear gold or jewelry or nothing. Y'all don't wear no earrings, no chains, no bracelets, no none of that. And if you do, it's beads. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. That Africa shit is dead, bro. Y'all told that to our mom and our grandma and them. They believe that. We off that. We off that. We off that. Y'all wear beads, my nigga. Y'all don't even wear jewelry. Stop it. Stop it. You niggas still wearing beads to this day. So if all that gold is out there, why y'all niggas ain't been wearing it in ancient history? Why we been wearing it over here if it's been way over there? Black America, I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you, Black America. If all the gold is there and not here in history, why has all the gold been worn here and not there? Use your common sense. They want you to believe all the gold in Africa, but there's no history of people wearing gold in Africa. All the history of people wearing gold is here. Them niggas wear beads. Now, the point I'm making is this, because we don't know exactly who we are, they're able to tether on to everything we are, everything we do, because we don't have a definitive idea collectively as to who we are. A lot of us still are listening or are hangering and lingering on to this Africa bit. That ethnogenesis shit is not true. It's not real. The red man is you. You are the red man. You. That's why you got cousins, and what color you describe them? Red. That's why you got uncles. What was his name? Uncle what? Red. Red Fox. Detroit Red. It's you. There was no ethnogenesis. That's the witchcraft. That's the big okie doke. That's the nanny boo boo. You didn't have no ethnogenesis. You are the red man. All they did was change your name to black. That's all. That's all they did. You are the red man. So that ethnogenesis shit is not real. I need y'all to understand this, because you're not going to really fully understand it until you do your genealogy. Everything that they told you is a lie. Everything that they told you is damn near backwards. If they say the gold is in Africa, then you know damn well it's right here. Because I don't see no history of no Africans having these gold in all of these empires. But when you read Ivan Van Sertima's They Came Before Us, or when you read Return of the Ancient Ones, or any of those books, they'll tell you during Columbus's tours, when he got to the lands and the shores of the Americas, we were using gold for our spear tips, man. We gave them people gold to go back to Europe with. Remember, gold wasn't our currency. It was theirs. That's why they came over here to rob us and kill us and all of that. Do your genealogy, Black America. And also, too, everything that say Black American ain't. Most of it is African. I got caught up on that Instagram bag, that said it's supposed to be owned by black-owned company. Turned out it was a damn Nigerian group. Y'all gotta do y'all research. They done infiltrated so bad. All they do is come up under the term black, and then you don't know what's going on. Don't just move because it say black owned, or black this. That don't go like that. Don't just move. I need y'all to start paying attention. You got the phone in your hand all day. Google. It got me like that because I didn't Google. All I did was saw black owned. I saw the little bag with the Pisces was born in March. I got the bag. It was big. It was nice. I got buku compliments on the bag. All the way until one day I got an email for them to get something else. And something said, go look up who really owned this stuff. It's a bunch of Nigerians cosplaying as niggas to get our money. Do your research. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Do your research, y'all. It's very important. Y'all, now I want to get into this Sparkle bit. So we spoke yesterday about Sparkle and her, Sparkle and her niece. Y'all don't know who Sparkle is. Sparkle is the girl who was with R. Kelly. Sorry, y'all. She was the girl who was with R. Kelly. She sung the song, "You Better Be Careful What You Say to Me, 'Cause it might turn around on you." We talked about it yesterday. There was an R. Kelly documentary after he was convicted of the RICO or whatever it was he was convicted of. There was a documentary where Sparkle and a few other people came on and gave their testimonies. I told y'all yesterday, I didn't too particularly like Sparkle's story because her story included her bringing her niece to this predator that she believed to be a predator, R. Kelly. Sparkle has spoken on many different occasions how she saw him being inappropriate with underage girls. But for some odd reason, Sparkle rationalized a way to bring her 14-year-old niece to this man. Okay? So, fast forward. The little girl ends up being the 14-year-old girl who was peed on in the infamous Pee on You video. Remember Dave Chappelle did a mix on it and all that stuff? She was the 14-year-old girl. Now, for all this time, we didn't know who this girl was. But recently, she had decided to come out and say who she was. She decided to come out and be like, girl, I'm loud, I'm out and I'm loud and I'm proud. And a few of the things that she had to say was about being groomed in this whole situation. And what we learned was, according to her, according to the niece, who's now an adult, she said her Aunt Sparkle, who was the girl who was also with, allegedly, according to the niece, her Aunt Sparkle, who was an artist under R. Kelly, was also sleeping with R. Kelly. She was the one who bought her to R. Kelly. And that's how it ended up with her being peed on and all types of stuff. So I'm going to let a little bit play of what we caught yesterday. And then we're going to get into Sparkle responding, because after the girl came out and said what she said about Sparkle, Sparkle at first didn't say nothing, but then last night she responded, y'all. Let's get into it. Oh, no. This is not the right one. Let me see. Oh, no. This Sparkle response. We're not there yet. Hold on. Stay right here for Sparkle's response. I want to get into her niece. Hold on. Thought I had that. Oh, and R. Kelly's lawyer responded too. I hope y'all know that. R. Kelly's lawyers responded to the situation too. Now, mind you, and let me say this too, because I learned this. The girl, the niece, she's only reiterating stuff that was already done in the case. Like, all of this stuff has already been tried in court. Nobody is saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is saying nothing that hasn't already been dealt with. But, girl, I know what I'm asking for. All right, let me pull her up right here so y'all can see. So this is her niece, and she had a few things to say on the situation. She was just recently interviewed. Oh God, no, hold on. I thought this had because that's just her apology. Let me see if it's on here. Girl, look at Sparkle. Sparkle need to go lay down, girl. Please go lay down. Dang, I wonder if I had all that shit up here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I know what to go look at. Let me go look up the neighborhood talk. Y'all can come on this journey with me since y'all here. Let me go look up the neighborhood talk. They got it over there. Just to give y'all a backstory on what happened yesterday, so we can kind of get into what happened today. I think that's the apology. Get the likes up on the video while I'm looking for this, y'all. Please, 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 please. Get the likes up on the video. Girl, they post a lot, huh? Here we go. Damn.
Your 17th birthday, you say, Robert told me the copies of one of the sex tapes of 14-year-old me were beginning to be sold on the streets of Chicago and across the country. Your reaction to that when you think about hearing those words from R. Kelly, that this tape is out there and you were 14 years old?
I was empty. I was very hollow inside. I was very confused, didn't know what to expect, and I was embarrassed.
Why not tell the truth in 2002 or 2008 when there was finally a trial after 6 years?
That's one of my biggest regrets, not telling the truth. But again, when I have been trained and groomed since I was age 13, I started believing the lies that I was telling. It was very foggy and unclear on what I really felt versus what was right or what was wrong. And even in moments where I despised Robert, I still lied for him.
When I look back at that trial, this idea that people who were not part of the jury were able to see some of that video. Mm-hmm. And the jokes that came from the video, because we're talking about seeing a person at the time, not knowing who it is, mm-hmm. for sure, being urinated on and talked about. And it's almost like, oh my gosh, do you look at even the justice system as not protecting you to some extent? I mean, thinking about that video being played before a gallery of everyday citizens.
I definitely think things could have been handled differently. I'm happy I wasn't there to witness everyone watching that. You know, to the world imagery, I was not made to be a victim. I was a mockery. And that was very difficult to digest. It was very disheartening to know that my body was just being displayed and tossed around. And, you know, when I look back on it, I wish things could have been done differently, but those are all of the things that I had to internalize.
You say it was a couple of weeks before your 17th birthday. You say, Robert told me the copies of one of the sex.
So that was a couple of the things that she had said about the situation. Somebody said she got a baby face, so I know she looked young then. One thing I do remember from that trial, I never seen the tape, but I do remember people saying that there's no way that when they looked at the girl, she looked young. I remember that. I do remember back then, them dudes were saying there's no way he couldn't have knew she was 14 because she looked 14 back then. So if she have a baby face now, then you know she looked like a little bitty girl at 14 back then. You see what I'm saying? Because I remember that was the thing. But ultimately, she said that I wanted to get to that one where she talked about where she spoke about Sparkle, because she did speak about Sparkle. She basically said that Sparkle groomed her. Oh, did she say it in there and I missed it? She did say that Sparkle groomed her in certain situations by bringing her over there. And I believe her. I agree. Because again, Sparkle already knew what it was. Sparkle already knew, according to her, that he was allegedly messing with young girls. There's no reason for her to bring her niece over there. Let me see if I can find it on here. That was absolutely, I would never have brought my niece. I wouldn't even work with that nigga. But I damn sure wouldn't bring my niece over there knowing what he do to little girls. Sparkle a dirty bitch. Said what I said, okay? I don't think I can find it. Is she still on here? Anyways, we went over it yesterday. Y'all can go look at it on that video. Now, I want to get into Sparkle's response, right? Because I'm pressed for time. So it says, Rashonda Landfair, Aunt Sparkle, says she relieved her niece is free to speak her truth, denies allegations that she groomed Rashonda to have inappropriate relationships with R. Kelly. Let me see if it's on here, the video. Yeah, it is on here. Here you go. So this is the girl talking about Sparkle grooming her.
Singer Sparkle worked with hitmaker R. Kelly and wanted him to meet her talented niece. You say your aunt told you the next time we're at the studio, you should ask Robert to be your godfather. Aunt Sparkle explained that I should sit on his lap and rub his head while I asked him to be my godfather.
That is the start of him entering into my life in a different way than just being an artist or hanging out at the studio. It became more personable at that moment.
Kelly agreed to be her godfather, but soon after, when she was around 13, Landfair says he began grooming her and touching her inappropriately. At one point, her Aunt Sparkle suspected something wasn't right and called social services. Why don't you think anyone believed your Aunt Sparkle when she first... Her aunt, R&B singer Sparkle, worked with hitmaker R. Kelly. Possible inappropriate relationship.
I don't think they believed her because there were no obvious signs of what was actually taking place.
Raised a red flag about a possible inappropriate relationship.
So it sounds like she said Sparkle raised a red flag. It says R&B singer and the aunt Rashonda Landfair Sparkle had released a statement following her niece's interview on CBS Mornings. In the interview, Landfair broke her silence about the infamous R. Kelly sex tape that she was featured in at the age of 14 and her relationship with the singer. She claims that her aunt encouraged her to sit on R. Kelly's lap, rub his head, and ask him to be her godfather. Rashonda claims that not long after the relationship took a dark turn. In response, Sparkle released a statement saying, "I'm relieved that Rashonda is finally free to speak her truth and begin her healing journey. In addition to justice, I have always wanted healing and peace for her." She continued denying suggestions that she groomed, facilitated, or enabled harm to her niece, which is untrue and deeply painful, especially given the documented actions at the time and throughout. So I don't know, because it sounded like at the end, she was saying that Sparkle was the one who went and reported this as an inappropriate relationship. But I don't know. Let's get into it. It says, let me scroll up. "I am relieved." This is Sparkle. Sparkle wrote this about her niece. "I am relieved that Rashonda is finally able to speak her truth and begin her healing journey. In addition to justice, I have always wanted healing and peace for her. I do need to be clear about one thing. Any suggestion that I groomed, facilitated, or enabled harm to my niece is untrue and deeply painful, especially given my documented actions at the time and throughout. When I was informed her parents were allowing Rashonda to spend unchaperoned time with R. Kelly, I immediately contacted DCFS." Now, I do remember her saying that. Okay, I remember that. According to Sparkle, because remember I told you it ain't just the Sparkle in the family. It looked like the girl mom and them was with the shits too. According, if I can remember correctly, Sparkle did do the original introduction. But Sparkle said once she told her not to come around there, the girl kept coming around there. She said she went and told her sister, and the sister was saying she could still go around there. So according to Sparkle, yeah, she had the original introduction, but the niece kept coming back anyway. I do remember that Sparkle said that. I'm not saying it's true, but I remember her saying that. Then she goes on to say, when I was informed her parents were allowing Rashonda to spend unchaperoned time with R. Kelly, I immediately contacted DCFS. When the tape surfaced and the state brought charges against him in 2008, I cooperated fully and testified under oath, despite immense pressure not to do so. I did this because protecting my niece from abuse and telling the truth mattered more to me than money and my career. But it didn't at first, though. You saying that now, but it didn't at first. That's why you brought her over there. This is the beginning of Rashonda's lengthy deprogramming journey. It is true that she is a survivor of years of abuse, still learning to process what happened to her and who is responsible. It is also true and well documented that I stood up for her to try and stop the damage being done to her and countless others. I wish her continued healing and peace as she continues to not only find her voice, but hopefully require accountability from those closest to her. Well, you one of them people, Sparkle. You one of them people. Like, and let's just go with what Sparkle is trying to portray. Maybe she did bring her niece, and then maybe afterwards she had a change of heart. Maybe life hit her and she was like, you know what? I can't do this. So maybe then she turned back around and was like, niece, I'm coming to get you. You don't need to be around there. And by that time, it was too late. Maybe by that time, the mama had done already started getting her little coins from R. Kelly, because, you know, he was paying them hoes for their kids. Maybe around that time, the mama was already getting her check and it was too late. I'll go with that. But does that take away from the fact that you still are the one who brought her over there? It does not. As a matter of fact, it doesn't absolve you of that. It just actually you do get points if you really did try to correct your actions. But for the most part, it doesn't absolve you of that. You still shouldn't have brought her over there. So to sit up here and say she needs to be getting accountability from those responsible, that includes you, Sparkle. Even if you never told her to rub his head and ask to be his doggone godfather, you still brought her over there. She would have never got over there if her aunt wasn't there. You brought her there. So you do not get to run away from your accountability and responsibility in this thing, because you have a very big part in your niece having the life that she had. Because if you had said, when Robert came to you and said, go get your niece, if you had stood on your square in some sort of convictions and said, anybody but my niece, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But you probably want your career more than anything. Probably say, I don't like that little heifer anyway. I get her. Because it happens. Y'all acting like this type of stuff don't happen. It happens every single day. Sparkle girl, You look a mess. Let's move on. We don't want to hear all that. You still responsible. We're not going to let you do it. You shouldn't have brought around there. And let this be a lesson to all of y'all out here in 2026. A lot of y'all get with these people who got clout, status, money. Y'all get with these niggas and y'all get slavery stupid. Do not put nobody else in no bullshit situation because you stupid. You go be the crash test dummy. Don't go get your nieces and nephews and cousins and friends. You be the only crash test dummy in your situation. Somebody say, why is she not locked up too? You know they don't lock up everybody because they need the system to keep going. That's why. The reason why what's this lady name? Sparkle isn't locked up is the same why the people around Diddy not locked up. It's the same reason why the people around Epstein not locked up. It's the same people. It's the same reason why Weinstein people not locked up. It is because they want the system to prevail. They want the system to continue. They don't mind having sacrificial lambs. That means the people. So yeah, if we got to say that R. Kelly is a predator, cool. If we got to say Bill Clinton was on the list for Epstein, fine. But we want the system to continue. So we will never attack the system. We only attack the people. And how we'll do that? Get the people emotionally charged behind the people. And then they won't ever look at the system. They'll only continue to fight the people and continue to ignore the very system that's creating said people. That's why. I hope that made sense. But that's why. They never attack systems. We don't like attacking systems in America. God forbid we attack a system in America. Oh my God. No, we would never do it. We would never, ever do it. Too many people got their hands dirty in the pot. And it's people you know. That's the fire part about systems. See, the fire part about a system is you don't know who all in the system. You never really know who all in the system. You'll never really know. But the ones you don't know, them the scariest ones. And them the ones walking in plain sight right amongst you. Let's move on to Shaboozey. I mean, we're here now, right? We're here now, right? Yeah, let's do Shaboozey. So, shout out to everybody in the building. Shaboozey, a Nigerian artist, country music artist, won a Grammy. Let me start by saying this. Let me get him up here. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Because I think we need to really unpack this. And there's a lot to discuss, but we'll do what we can in the time permitted. Okay? Shaboozey. Is there a picture of him on here? I really would prefer a picture so we could just really look at him. Here you go. There you go. Let's get a photo of that boy. Look at this young man. Shaboozey. He's a Nigerian tether who came to America, probably first generational Nigerian tether American. And he has made a lane in country music. Now, this is the gag. He has carved a lane in country music that even Black Americans couldn't carve. Y'all ain't never asked yourself why that was? Mind you, Black Americans created the music. Black Americans created country music. Clear people have done their due diligence and they've tried their hardest to make sure that Negroes are kept out of country music. But this dude comes along and they raise him up. Y'all ain't never stopped to say, well, damn, what's the difference in Shaboozey and the rest of the niggas? Because Shaboozey ain't no nigga. Hold on. I want to show y'all something. Shaboozey ain't no nigga. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I want to bring y'all. Let me stop sharing this so I can get something up here right quick. I'll bring it right back. I want to bring you guys to something right quick. Hold on. Let me find that video. Nope. Here you go. So, Black people in America for the longest was taught that all Black people are the same. Biggest lie could have ever been taught. And mind you, they don't teach nobody else that. They only teach that to us because they don't need them to be under the witchcraft. They only need us under the witchcraft. It's almost like if you can get the head of the pack to believe it, the rest gonna follow. So Black America, we are the head of the pack. So they taught us and indoctrinated us to believe that everybody black is the same. And that is the biggest lie could have ever been told to us, because we are nowhere near the same. Only thing we have in common is with a lot of these groups is melanin, and that's it. Our connection to the Most High and melanated skin. That's it. We don't culturally eat the same. We don't culturally talk the same. We don't culturally dress the same. We don't culturally sound the same. We don't walk the same. We don't have nothing in common with no other group of black people in the world other than melanin. That's it. And our belief in God. That's it. That is all, for the most part. But because we don't believe that we're different from them, they find ways to put representations of them in place of representations of us so that it can calm us down. Now, I remember when Shaboozey first popped off. Let me get him back on here. I remember when Shaboozey first popped off, I was like, who this nigga is? Because I knew one thing. They did not like niggas in country music. It's almost like they waited for us to create it and get it popping, and then they kicked us out and closed the door and locked it. So I'm like, well, who the hell is this nigga? Then I did my research and found out he ain't no nigga at all. He is a Nigerian. And shout out to the Nigerians. This is no shade. The problem was he cosplayed all the way up until that point as if he was just a regular Black American in the South who learned country music and loved it. Now, it wasn't until Black American pulled his whole card and made him come out here and say who he was. Then he came out and was like, oh, yeah, I'm Nigerian, first generation Nigerian American. But I want y'all to know that country music is big all over the world, not just in America. It's all in Nigeria. It's all in Africa. It's all over the place. So country music is in me. I remember him saying it. And because we don't really give a damn collectively about country music, we said our little 1-2 ying-yings, and then we went on about our business. Man, go ahead on with all that. Not realizing we were leaving behind a whole fraction of us, who are still in that genre trying to make a name. They purposely keep the foot on those people's necks so that they can uplift the people that they like. And in the past, it's been all clear people. But then again, here was this mysterious nigga that they popped up with, and I had to know who he was. And it turns out he wasn't a nigga at all. He was a Nigerian. So now it makes sense as to why they were propping him up over the rest of the quote unquote black people, because he is not the same. Muhammad Ali did an interview in the 60s where he spoke about him going into a restaurant. He wasn't able to sit at the tables because it was segregated. However, Africans were. According to Muhammad Ali, he asked the owners, but wait a minute. I thought it was no blacks allowed. The owner told Muhammad Ali, y'all different. I'm going to let Muhammad Ali say it. Hold on. I've been shared this, and people try to make it seem like that's not what he meant. That's exactly what he meant. Let's get into it. Y'all get the lights up.
We couldn't eat in the restaurants in Louisville. We couldn't eat downtown. One day I saw 2 Africans go in with their robes and their turbans. They couldn't speak English. I heard the man say, let them in, they're not Negroes. I said, something's wrong. I can't say it's because I'm black, because they're so black and they're blue, but they went in. So I said, well, I get my Olympic gold medal, then I'll go in. I went and got my gold medal, went back in, ordered 2 cheeseburgers, and they said, sorry, we don't serve Negroes. I said, I don't eat them either, just give me 2 cheeseburgers. And she said, you're getting smart. She called the manager, and he said something about, I don't care who he is. She said, Cassius Clay, I don't care who he is. Anyway, but the idea was I couldn't eat there, so I got so angry. I drove to the Ohio River and stood there and looked at the gold medal, and I could imagine that American flag waving when they played the national anthem when I beat the Pole and the Russian. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm standing with the medal on. Dun, 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 dun. I said, boy, I'm going back to Louisville, and I can eat now. I can go in the restaurants, put them on the spot. They can't put me out there. I'm the champ of the world. I'm in a big country like Rome, representing the United States, one little city named Louisville, and now I done beat the whole world. Boy, dun, dun. They put me out of that restaurant. I said, this medal ain't worth a damn. I become so frustrated. Now I wish I still had it, because I wouldn't become as frustrated now. But at the time, I took that medal and said, it ain't worth nothing. I don't care. Took it off the neck, said, it ain't no good. It ain't. Don't you know the Ohio River?
So he went and threw his medal in the ocean or in the river, in the Ohio River, because I'm going to let him say it one more time. He said he went into a restaurant and they had Africans in the restaurant. And they said he couldn't get served, but the Africans could. And he said the people told him, y'all different. I'm going to play it one more time, just the beginning part.
58. We couldn't eat in the restaurants in Louisville. We couldn't eat downtown. One day I saw two Africans go in with their robes and their turbans. They couldn't speak English. I heard the man say, let them in, they're not Negroes.
I saw two Africans go in with their turbans and their robes, and the man said, let them in, they're not Negroes. I'm going to let him go back one more time.
Go in with their robes and their turbans. They couldn't speak English. I heard the man say, let them in, they're not Negroes.
And he said, something is wrong. The man said they're not Negroes. See, we are under the witchcraft to believe that we're all the same. We are not. They know we're not the same, but it benefits them to make us believe that we are the same. So you get a lot of Africans in America gaslighting the F out of Black Americans, and they do it with the us and the we. They know that we don't share a history, we don't share a culture, we don't share nothing with these people. But it benefits them if we believe that we're all the same. Okay? The enemy knows that those African people are different from you, Black America. Nigger and Negro is a term specifically given to you, not the Jamaicans, not the Caribbeans, not the Hispanics, not the Africans. That was a term only given to you. That means it has to do much more than with skin color. So again, if we don't know who we are and we still running around here hollering about, oh, we just Black American, you're going to keep getting these people to tether onto your stuff because you don't know the difference between you and them. Not truly. If you go with the ethnogenesis part, you still are attaching yourself to people. When the fact of the matter is, ethnogenesis is not a real thing and it didn't happen. Not with us. We are who we've always been. Thousands of years before the clears were even invented. We've been doing the same thing over and over and over. The more you cling to Africa, the more they will tether on to it. You can't say I'm African, but I don't have nothing to do with Africa. You're either African or you're not. I keep telling y'all that. Do your genealogy and find out your own truth. If you got African in your genealogy, trust me, it's there. You'll be able to trace them people, go find your family and all that shit. But I promise you, 99% of y'all ain't gonna find it. Because I've studied American history, the real history. Now, Shaboozey cosplaying as you. He is supposed to be the representation of you, even though he is not. This is why when he gave his apology, it's us, we, ours. When Shaboozey have nothing to do with Black America or nothing. All he is a guest in country music. That's it. That's all. He is a guest in country music. That's where it starts and that's where it stops. But Shaboozey understands that he has a role to play. He has to keep the masses confused and dumbed down to believe that we all one big old black, one big old nigger. So when he says certain things, he makes sure to include him and his people in our shit. So subconsciously, you'll begin to accept it. Now, he ended up doing a little bit too much with his Grammy speech because he got up there and his slip started to show. The truth started to come out, the way he really feels. And what he said was, immigrants built America, completely disregarding hundreds and thousands of years of my family and yours who have built and curated this land. We are mound builders, pyramid builders. We created everything on this land. And we got these Johnny-come-lately immigrants who keep repeating over and over and over that they built the land. And some of you niggas are falling into the witchcraft and repeating it too. Instead of doing your own research and finding out what's real, everybody just repeating the bullshit. So now here it goes far, and now we mad. When he said that immigrants built the world or built the country, it completely disrespects and negates everything the people who came before me did. And I'm not going to let this fake-ass Nigerian African do it. I'm not going to let him do it. We don't go around disrespecting nobody else ancestors in the world. Black America do not play with nobody ancestors, but everybody come to America and play with ours. I'm tired of that shit, bro. Because we don't even know who their ancestors is, because they got a murky past around the early 1900s. Y'all don't even realize when they playing with your ancestors. Why? Because you don't even know who your ancestors is for real. You still running around here sucking Martin Luther King's dick. Come on, man. The reason why they keep playing with you, because you don't have no identity. You think FBA is your identity. You think American Indian is your identity. It's not. You have a specific identity that you need to go find out, and it's nowhere but in your own personal genealogy. They're going to continue to tether on the FBA. Y'all can sit up here and act like FBA is an ironclad name. Okay. Keep doing it, and they're going to continue to play in y'all face. They're going to continue to play in y'all face. I keep telling y'all this as well. These people are on the payroll. This man is a puppet. They hand selected him to be the country music star that he is. Not because he's talented, not because he's cute. I'm pretty positive his family have a connection, some kind of Freemason ways or some shit like that. Because that's the type of games these people be playing with y'all. Because y'all have no clue. You either say something is ignorant or you dismiss it as a conspiracy theory. And they be using the same shit to play in your face day after day. Day after day. He is a representation of what's supposed to be you, Black America, but then he get on the stage and play it in your face. Let's get into his response. So before we get into his response to that, I want to get into his original statement. So Shaboozey gets an award for best country male singer or whatever the hell it was. And this is what he had to say. Completely disrespectful. Again, if we were to go to any part of Africa, any part of Asia, any part of any other place on this earth and disrespect them people ancestors, they will want our heads off our shoulders. But because we don't have no value in our own ancestors, we continue to allow these people to do this to us. And it is not right. One of the big reasons why we all fucked up the way we is, because we not even connected to our ancestors. Them people is. We not. We the same ignorant ass niggas catching the Holy Ghost on Sunday, but saying, "Oh no, I'm not going to acknowledge my ancestor while you over here praising Martin Luther King." Think. Let's get into him in his original statement.
Immigrants built this country, literally.
Immigrants built this country, literally. That is extremely disrespectful. If I was in charge of this shit, that bitch would be banished from the lands, bitch. And we'll cut your toes off before you leave, bitch. Say what we said. Oh, you want to come over here, eat real well, and then come put your dick in our face like that? Oh, yeah. We'll send them back with one limb. I'm dirty like that. Immigrants built this country, literally.
Actually. So this is for them, for all children of immigrants. This is also for those who came to this country in search of better opportunity to be a part of a nation that promised freedom for all and equal opportunity to everyone willing to work for it. Thank you for bringing your culture, your music, your stories, and your traditions here. You give America color. I love y'all so much. Thank you.
some people were saying that he's trying to say that he was including Black Americans in the immigrant thing, and I don't think so. Because they don't look at us as immigrants. They never refer to us as immigrants until it suits them. When he was speaking on immigrants, he was excluding Black America. Nobody in America includes Black Americans as immigrants. Nobody. Not the immigrants, not the politics. Nobody. Nobody does that. So he wasn't including Black America in on that. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. He said what he said about the immigrants because that's what he meant about the immigrants. Immigrants built this country. Literally. Actually. That's what he said. And he meant what he said the first time. You don't think them people told him to come on here and say that? And also, Black Americans, I'm glad somebody said this. We are not immigrants. So even if they try to include us in the immigrant talk, you need to go and do some research because Black Americans are not immigrants. We didn't come off a boat from Africa. There's no boat to prove that. All you got is your social studies book in the movie Roots. There's no proof to prove that we come off no boat from Africa. It is a lie. It is a lie from the pits of hell. We are not African. So we not immigrants. So he wasn't including us. He was excluding us by making that statement. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Now, he got a crap ton of backlash, a crap ton, and then he had to come on here and make an apology. And it was so backhanded, and it's rooted in ignorance because what it is, and I know he didn't write it. I know he didn't write it. But what it is he said enough to make it look like he was apologizing, but only to the ignorant. And let me tell you what I mean when I say ignorant. I don't mean as in a dig. I mean to the people who literally don't know. If you do not know about who you are in history, it's going to seem like an apology. But the fact of the matter is, it was more of a dig at Black America. Let's get into it. Oh, somebody had put up a post on him. This is a formal notice of status erasure and demand for corrective action by Shaboozey Broadcasting or to Shaboozey Broadcasting System. It says, Dear American Dogwood, Empire, Republic Records, Business and Legal Affairs, I'm writing on behalf of the Freedmen Reparations Fund Trust to formally address a public broadcast statement delivered by Shaboozey during the Grammy Awards, which resulted in the erasure of Freedmen history in the foundational development of the United States. That is a fact. So this is somebody, Black American, writing to the board. It says, our trust is the government. Our trust is the governing authority over the legal and cultural status of verified freedmen as established by the Declaration of Legal Status Restoration, executed May 12, 2025, and publicly posted on freedmennation.org under that declaration. The term descendants is deemed inaccurate and unlawful when applied to verified freedmen within trust jurisdictions. It says the legal identity of freedmen is restored and protected from historical displacement and substitution. Any institution or entity applying general or replacement narratives which erase freedmen status is subject to correction and enforcement. Oh, this is dope. The artist's televised remarks claiming immigrants built this country literally and dedicating the moment to children of immigrants frame American history in a way that substitutes freedmen contributions and fails to recognize that freedmen's ancestors were not immigrants, and were denied freedom, compensation, and agency. This constitutes status erasure under the trust protection and must be corrected. In accordance with our governing institution, we hereby demand, shout out to American Freedmen Legion, is that the name of it? Status erasure notice issued. We have formally sent enforcement emails to Shaboozey's connected record labels regarding statements made during the Grammys that erase freedmen's history. Freedmen are not immigrants. Our ancestors forced labor built this country before immigration pathways existed. Black History Month does not permit historical substitution, corrections requested, status protected. Shout out to this, whoever this is. What it sound? It says Foundational Black, no, American Freedmen Legion. American Freedmen Legal Fund. Shout out to them, y'all. Y'all go follow them. They look like they working on behalf of the people. They are a legal firm. They do. Shout out to them. Because they're absolutely right. What he did was a complete erasure of what your ancestors did on this land. And we not about to let it happen. It's a lot of us waking up and we standing up and fighting for our ancestors. Gone are the days where everybody just go on and let everybody play with our people. No, we not doing that. Not doing it. Now let's get into Shaboozey's response though. So after he got the backlash he received, he saw that he had to say something, and this is what he had to say. First and foremost, I want to express my deepest gratitude to everyone who has supported and celebrated my journey as an artist. I also want to acknowledge the conversation surrounding my acceptance speech. To be clear, I know and believe that we, red flag. To be clear, I know and believe that we Black people have also built this country. Pause. That is inherently problematic because we didn't do a motherfucking thing. We didn't build shit. My ancestors was here. Yours wasn't. But when you put that Black term up and everybody fall under that Black umbrella, then there go. We ain't built shit. Your people was wandering around in Africa looking for an identity when our people was building infrastructure on this here land. But if you don't understand that you and him are completely different, that's going to go over your head. He put in we and Black to combine the two groups as if they are one. We can't go to Nigeria and claim none of them people history. I can't go to nowhere in Africa and say we and us. Them people run my Black ass up out of there. But every time one of them fuckers come over here, they always running them dick suckers about the we and the us. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm tired. Let's go on to his apology. We and us Black. Black people have also built this country. My words were never intended to dismiss the truth, but you're flawed. Your statement is flawed because you're trying to say that your people and my people built the country when your people have nothing to do with building this country. So the whole statement is false. It's flagged. It's flawed. You trying to tether on to some shit that don't have nothing to do with you, sir. Absolutely nothing to do with you. Black is a problem. The term Black is a problem. When y'all ready to wake up and figure that out? When y'all ready, but y'all love Black. Oh, y'all love that term Black like white Jesus. Y'all love it. Y'all, ooh, the thought of getting rid of it. Oh, it's just, ooh, getting rid of Black. Ooh, y'all scared of that. At some point, you niggas gonna wake up. One day, y'all ain't ready yet. One day, y'all gonna figure this shit out. One day. One day, one of these days is gonna hit you niggas like an epiphany. Oh shit, it's the term Black. He goes on to say, I am both a Black man and the son of a Nigerian immigrant, and in the overwhelming moment of winning my first Grammy, my focus was on honoring the sacrifices my parents made by coming to this country to give me and my siblings opportunities they never had. Pause. Well, then why you didn't just say that, you nappy head bitch? Why you ain't just say that? Why you ain't just get on stage and say, thank everybody for coming out. Thank everybody who worked with me, woot-de-woot. And thank you to my mom and my daddy for your sacrifice for bringing my nappy head ass over here so I can have a country music career. Why you didn't just say that? Because that's not what you meant. You meant what you said the first time. That ain't what you meant. You're not about to get that shit over on me, man. Stop with all of that. And then to say you only said it because you were trying to pay homage to your daddy and you Black and Nigerian. No, you Nigerian. You ain't Black. You Nigerian. You're not Black. But Black America, y'all gave everybody the term. So I see why they tethering. I see why they tethering. Black America told every immigrant that came over here, you black. We even got mad when they would say they not black. Remember the Dominicans? I know black. We still get mad about that in 2026. 2026, we still mad that Dominicans running around here saying, I know black. That's a good fucking thing. That's one less group we got to worry about tethering. That's one less group we got to worry about tethering. But it's still niggas. But I guess they not black. They're not. They're not. He's conflating two things to make it seem one. He is a Nigerian. He's not a black man in America. He's not a black man from America. He is a Nigerian in America. I get it. He got the skin tone, but America don't treat him as if they treat black America. He is not a black man in America. He is a Nigerian in America. But if you don't know who you are, it's easy for me to tether on you. Because you don't even know who you is. All you know is I'm an FBA. That's all you know. You don't know nothing past that. I'm a descendant of freedmen. That's all you know. That's all you know. You ain't tried to figure out nothing else. You over there going back and forth with the bullshit, and these niggas is taking our shit 90 going west. Because we refuse to figure out who we are. I ain't asking you to go do no YouTube video. I'm asking you to look into your own family. That's all I'm saying. Because if you look into your family, there's no way this would even go. I don't give a damn where he was born. Somebody say he was born in Virginia. I don't give a fuck. He's still a Nigerian. What's up? He's still a Nigerian. If I was born in China, that don't make me black. If my mama shitted me out in China on the walls of China, does that not still make me a black American? I'm trying to see something. Let's say 1983, March 13, 1983, my mama decided instead of staying home, I'm taking a trip to China and I'm going to go shit on the wall. Let's say she went to take a shit on the wall and I popped out. Does that not still make me a black American? Am I not still black? You think them people going to let me put Chinese on my paperwork? You think them people going to let me put Asian on my paperwork? Because y'all be talking crazy. Do you think them people gonna let my mama put that I'm an Asian on my paperwork? But in America, they let them put whatever they want. You get it? I'm just saying, you gotta break it down sometimes to the least common denominator. He is not a black American. He's a Nigerian in America. I said what I said. I would be a black American in China. He is a Nigerian in America. Nothing more, nothing less. But because we are ignorant to who we are and we think everybody is black, he gets to tether on to, I'm black too, just like you. I'm black like you. What's the big deal? But and somebody said he a citizen, so they got Somalian citizens too. So y'all the same as them? I need y'all to wake up now. Let's finish the last of this. It says, at the same time winning the award on the first day of Black History Month, which has nothing to do with Shaboozey, because that's not his people. At the same time winning the award on the first day of Black History Month and becoming the first black man to win Best Country Duo is Black History. No, it is not, because Nigeria does not represent Black America. He is not the first black man to do shit. He's the first Nigerian to do it. He ain't the first black man. No, he ain't, because the black man implies that there's a black American, a Negro. He ain't the first black shit. But if you think that black is all encompassing, then yeah, you would think that he is the first black. So technically, he is, but he's not. He's the first Nigerian. He ain't the first black nothing. Matter of fact, our people can't get a word in edgewise under country music. Why y'all think they floated him up to the top? He ain't the first shit. He ain't us. He don't represent us at all. He goes on to say, He says, black people, no, I'm sorry. It stands on the foundation laid by generations of black people who taught, sacrificed, and succeeded long before me. This moment belongs to all of us. No, it does not. Now he's hijacking the history of our ancestors by saying that this belongs to all of us for the people who fought and sacrificed. Your people did not fight and sacrifice for shit. I don't know no Nigerian wars. Not in America. I don't know no Nigerian wars, and I damn sure don't know none that affected America. Somebody help me out. Y'all don't have no history here, my nigga. You're a transplant, an immigrant, alien even. You're an alien. You ain't got nothing to do with the history here. Absolutely nothing to do with it. And the history don't have nothing to do with you, and you don't have nothing to do with the history. But there's the tether. He wasn't even here. It says, my entire career has been rooted in what it is, lifting people up, honoring where we come from, and expanding the possibility. What's possible? I'm sorry. I am proud to be a part of this legacy, and I intend to continue doing what works for the rest of my life. With love, Shaboozey, whatever that nigga name is. I think that there needs to be a new petition to make sure that he is not categorized as black, because he's not. He needs to be categorized correctly. The first Nigerian country music artist. He is not the first black because he is not a black American. The people who created the genre, the black Americans, we are the ones waiting on our first. And we shouldn't be, but yet and still we are. He does not represent us. He is not us. We don't share history. We don't share people. We don't share culture. We don't share ancestry. We don't share shit with Shaboozey or nobody from Nigeria. Therefore, this is extremely disrespectful. And I think that the label needs to be corrected. He ain't the first black shit. He the first Nigerian. Say what I said. They say he got a clear girlfriend. Sound about right, because they're going to take the wealth right from him. You guys, please hear me out. I get on here every day and tell y'all do y'all genealogy, right? And I know it's a broken record, but I'm going to keep saying it to the ancestors, and the Most High tell me to stop. And they keep telling me to say it, so I'm going to come on here every day and I'm going to say it. Even if I'm the only one on here saying it. Every day, I'm going to come on here and tell y'all, do your genealogy until it get picked up like a trend, and then everybody start doing their genealogy. When that happens, then I'm going to fall back. Now, you ain't going to hear me say much more. I'm going to just start telling y'all, woo-doo-woo-doo-woo. Right now, I'm just here sounding the alarm because this is important, imperative during this time. We are in a big, huge fight for our identity and our lands. We getting there. That's why I appreciate the delineation movement and I appreciate FBA because it is a precursor to what it is we are doing. But in the midst of that, the enemy is very, very clever and very prevalent. He is working overtime. Through artists, through music, through celebrity, through the internet, through YouTube, through all of this shit. He's working overtime to make sure he can catch the ones that are still not wide awoke, hella knocked out of sleep. These immigrants are just that. Immigrants. White people, aka clear people, are immigrants. Everybody on this land is an immigrant except Black America, descendant of freedmen, foundational Black Americans, Hebrews, whatever you niggas go by today. You are the only people who are not visiting on your own land. Everybody else is an immigrant. The whites, the blacks, the Hispanics, they all visiting. And the only reason they're able to lay claim to your land is because you don't know this your land. The only reason they're able to lay claim to your history because you don't really know who your real history and what your real history is. It's just the truth. The tethers are going to continue to tether and give you these backhanded apologies because people who don't know, who are ignorant, really think that this is an apology. I hear people say, well, maybe he just misspoke. Or maybe I get what he's saying. He's just trying to say that he's black too, but he's an immigrant and he want to be a part. No, and more no. I'm telling you, we starting to draw lines in the sand. All that hot and cold, all that lukewarm shit a lot of niggas is doing, y'all gonna get swept up in the rug. Y'all gonna get swept up in the bullshit. The universe, the Most High, and the ancestors are working overtime to put this truth out because the lies have been running for too long. All you lukewarm ass niggas ain't gonna make it. I'm telling y'all, all y'all will. But then you never know. Maybe y'all gonna go down with the garbage. Y'all gonna go right down with the garbage. He did not apologize. What he did was double down on the disrespect in that apology. And I believe it needs to be a firm line drawn in the sand as to who is who. Because that nigga ain't us and we ain't that nigga. He ain't even a nigga. As a matter of fact, to hell with all of that. Where my Acorn at? He ain't even from Acorn. Where my little thing at? Girl, they must have didn't want me to put it on there. When it comes down to Shaboozey and the rest of these goddamn Africans, it is what it is.
He ain't even from Acorn.
He not. For those who new to the channel and y'all don't know what Acorn is, that's us. Black America. Acorn Projects. He ain't even from Acorn. He ain't from Acorn. You know Acorn when you see him. It's niggas. It's us. You know us when you see him. He ain't even from Acorn. For real though, all jokes aside, y'all, for real. I know I'm over here hooping and hollering. I get on here every day and hoop and holler. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I pride myself on getting on here hooping and hollering because I talk to y'all like I'm talking to my people. I get on here and talk to y'all like we sitting face to face with each other. That's why I love being myself. But let me just say this, bro. The lies have overtaken the truth and has been interweaving so bad into our lives that we can't even fathom or pick and find what is true. The fact of the matter is the Most High, the ancestors and the angels and the universe and all of the spirit and all these people, all of these entities are working overtime to expose these lies. That's why everywhere you go, you always seeing somebody getting exposed for some shit. Every day I wake up, it's more shit. That's because we are in this new year of 2026. We have already gone through the cycles of all the bullshit. Now we're in repair mode. Now the earth, the universe, everybody in repair mode. That's why you see a whole bunch of crap going on around us. It's so much shit going on, we can't even figure out what's what. The point of the truth being put out is for us to wake up. We are walking dead. We are literally walking dead. All we doing on a day-to-day basis is scrolling on the internet, looking for the next best tea, and waiting for the weekend. We walking dead, bruh. And that's the reason why we here. But what I'm telling you is we are in a position now to wake up. The Most High, the universe, the ancestors waking up people all over the world, not just in America. People are waking up. It's gone are the days of just repeating shit. You have to go figure out what is what for yourself. The most important thing you could do, and I know I'm the only one on here saying this, and if it's somebody else, forgive me, but I ain't heard nobody on the internet saying nothing about no genealogy. Not like me. Not every day. The most important thing you could do, Black America, is your own genealogy. I swear to God, you will not regret it. I swear to God. Well, I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all might find some shit. You might find out the grandma was really ain't. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with me. But what I'm telling you is, collectively, as a whole, you will not regret digging into your own freaking genealogy. You're not going to regret it. It will only help you. That's it. It ain't going to hurt you. Where my little wake up thing at? Where my little wake up thing? I need all my Walking Dead, all my Acorn, all my Black people in America, all my descendant of Freeman. It's time to wake up, bro. It's time.
Please wake up.
It's time. It's time. I swear to God, I never knew that's what that movie was about. The whole movie. Remember when the boy said, you don't know a goddamn thing? That's what the whole movie was about. Identity, my nigga. Who would have thought school days was about that? The whole purpose of the whole shit. I'm talking about from the fraternities and sorority. It was all about identity. You had the Afro niggas talking about we from Africa, and you had the bougie niggas saying I'm from Detroit, Motown. It was all about identity. That's all it was. And all you got to do is wake up to know who you are and do your genealogy. You get it? Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate each and every one of y'all who are in the building. Let me read a couple of more super chats before I hop up off here, girl. We is going live later on at the Dollhouse. Make sure y'all pull over and pop out. Hey, it's Trey. Thank you for the super chat. Says the best evidence that he knows there's a difference between black and Nigerian is he said he's both. Right. How? Both his parents are Nigerian. That's exactly right. Shaboozey did say I'm both black and Nigerian because he understands that there's a difference. Thank you, Trey, for catching that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Dr. Law 4668. Thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. Says, love you, True Vu. Thank you for always saying the quiet part out loud. Respect, space, and blessings. Respect, peace, and blessings. Thank you so much. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you. You know, I come on here and try to say what I can. You know, it's things I've always been thinking in my head, but I ain't never had a platform to get it out. That's why I come on here. You get it? Thank you, boo. Appreciate you. Trey, thank you for the super chat. Say, if we go with the out of Africa lie, we would never be immigrants. We would be the descendants of human trafficking that we still don't fit. Exactly. Even if we would go with the Atlantic slave trade narrative, that still would not make us immigrants. It would still make us, at worst, human traffickers, or at least people who were human trafficked, at the very least. You feel what I'm saying? Canadian Waterfalls, thank you for the super chat. Says, can we talk about the girl daddy remaining the guitarist for R. Kelly before and after the trial, and mom and dad the in-laws? What? Who told the girl? I say no to that. Wasn't her in the video? They worse. Oh, I believe it. I ain't know the girl daddy still played the guitar for R. Kelly. It makes sense. Let me tell you something. I tell Black America this all the time. Y'all cannot not believe that people aren't selling their children. Even some of us, we do it. It happens. That girl was failed, like Aaliyah was failed, like most young girls are failed by the adults around them. Thank you, Canadian Waterfalls. I'm gonna have to look into that. The uncle was still playing guitar makes sense because everybody want to get on. Tina's, I'm sorry, how do you say this? Oh my God. Hold on. Let me say it right. Hold on now. Tanasia Baylock. I hope I said it right. Thank you so much for the super chat. You're beautiful. Says, shout out to you, Vu, for always coming through with the lives. Get the likes up. Thanks. Get the likes up, y'all. Like the video. Thank you, beautiful. And then Nikki, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, Voodoo sending melanated love from Bermuda. Oh, shout out to Bermuda. Enjoy your daily encouragement to meditate, ground, and develop a closer relationship with Jehovah God. Thanks. That's what this is all about. Shout out to my Caribbeans. Shout out to my Africans. Shout out to all of the melanated people who understand my message. My message is not anti-nobody. It's pro-us. And because some of us understand that my message is also not just Black American, it is melanated and global. I think those who get it will get it. Thank you so much, Nikki. I appreciate you. And shout out to Bermuda. I might need to pull up over there. I need somewhere to go, honey. Thank you. Sheba Pisces Laveau, thank you so much for becoming a new member. I appreciate you. I love that name too. Sheba Pisces Laveau. Okay. Penelope, thank you for the super chat. Says murky details, just like Kamala Harris. You're cooking, Vu. I read that one. Thank you, beautiful, again for your super chat. And Old Man Johnson Farm 9715. Thank you so much for becoming a new member. I appreciate you. Thank you. Y'all, I'm working on something I'm about to have up on the channel by next week. I wasn't going to say it because I didn't want to hold myself to a deadline, but I got to hold myself to it. I'm working on something I'm going to have up on the channel next week. I'm building behind the scenes, man. I ain't just over here playing. I'm building. With that being said, y'all, I love y'all. I will catch y'all tomorrow. Please, Black America, if you don't do nothing else, pay it forward. And please do your genealogy. Love y'all down to the ground. Catch y'all later. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy. for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.